Okay, now we're back. Marisha, will you read the second part of the problem too?
Suppose you take your car in to be tested and find out that the suspension is defective. What is the probability that your car was produced in plant X?
So the evidence now is that your car has the particular problem. And if you'll remember, we already worked out that probability. It's that number right there. The hypothesis now under consideration is that your car was produced at plant X, okay? And we have all the rest of the information we need now to compute this because we've already computed this value. We computed this value, the total likelihood that your car has a suspension problem when we did problem A of the problem. But now this is a straightforward application of Bayes' theorem. Okay? This is going to equal the prior probability of the hypothesis, 0.8, times the probability of the evidence given the hypothesis, 0.5, all of that over what we now know, this entire expression equals 0.58 because we already worked out the total probability evidence that your car has a suspension problem. So now when we do the math, we get 0.4 over 0.58. And if Marisha, if you'll do that piece of mathematics for us.
Yep. 0.4 divided by 0.58 equals 0.689.
So 6.9, a little bit less than 7 chances in 10 that your car was produced at plant X. So notice something here. Originally, the prior probability of the hypothesis that your car is produced at plant X was 0.8, 8 chances in 10. Once we took the piece of evidence into consideration that your car has the suspension problem, the probability that your car was produced at plant X falls from 0.8 to 0.69. In other words, the hypothesis that your car is produced at plant X was weakly disconfirmed by the evidence that it has a suspension problem. It's still more likely that your car was produced at plant X, but it's less likely once you learn it has a suspension problem by exactly this much. And so, if you had to wager or were in a situation in which you had to assess, you had to use the risk associated with whether your car was produced at plant X, when someone gives you the information that it has a suspension problem, that information is very useful to you because now you should reduce the probability from its prior probability of 0.8 to a little bit less than 0.7.